name is Helen. I'm currently 17 and I'm a student in the University of Hong Kong. I'm currently studying landscape architecture. And before I went to university, I actually went to UTLOY, Shenzhen for 12 years. The reason I chose STREAM was because STREAM is an educational startup, and comparing to all the other intern roles that I could have gotten, STREAM was the only place that was a startup, which I felt like I could learn a lot more, because when a company is already stable and it's already going perfectly, I feel like the things that we learn is often harder, but when you learn the process of how a startup works and how it operates and all the preparation that goes into it, that would really help me a lot in the future, as I also want to have my own startup in the future, which I chose STREAM. My internship experience was incredibly fun. Everyone here is incredibly nice and welcoming, which also made my intern experience so fun. And other than having fun, I also learned a lot. I learned a lot about writing programs and learning how to make flyers. For programs, it was actually a lot more complicated than I think it was, because when I think of creating a program, I actually thought it was just doing whatever you feel like doing for a workshop, but actually it wasn't. You have to consider the different aspects that the students learn, and if it's engaging and if it's suitable for the age group, which there's a lot of factors that you have to be very considerate in order to make the program very good. And other than that, I also learned about making flyers, which I have to thank my colleague Cyrus for teaching me how to use Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop. He's one of the best teachers I have in my life, which he taught me very well, hence I was able to use Adobe Illustrator very, very quickly and to make flyers. And while I was making flyers, I realized the different criteria between what I think a company wants and between what the company actually wants, which I believe this will be very applicable for me in the future. My highlight during this intern experience was definitely going to rock climbing. It was so fun and it was very adventurous. I loved when we went hiking, and I also loved when we went rock climbing and abseiling. It was super fun. It was also my first time ever trying rock climbing, and it was the best experience I've ever had. And it also became one of my new hobbies. And other than just having fun, we also learned how to actually organize the whole thing. I'm not sure what it's called, but I just thought it was very helpful and fun at the same time.
That's good.
I had 3 learning goals. So my first goal was learning new skills, and my second goal was learning how to cooperate with people, and my third goal was to explore new places. I was able to achieve my first and third goal. I was able to learn new skills. I learned how to make programs, write programs, as well as how to make flyers, as well as abseil, rock climbing, and hiking. And I've also explored new places. I rarely come to Sai Kung because it's very far away from where I live and where I go to school. And I also went to hiking, that was also my first time going to hike in a place that doesn't have like concrete paths. It was completely rocks and soil and mud and everything. So that was also very new to me. But I don't think I was fully able to achieve my second goal, because I wasn't able to work with absolutely everyone here, but the closest people I've worked with in the past couple of months was my supervisor Adrian and Cyrus, as well as Ming. Cyrus and Ming are the most friendly colleagues in STREAM, which was very nice of them. I would wholeheartedly recommend people to work at STREAM as an intern or as a part-time, because everyone here is super welcoming, warm, and nice. And you also learn a lot of new things. Even though if you're a beginner and you don't know a lot about this, they have a lot of patience to teach you, as well as to help you and to give you useful feedback all these skills and their help will be very useful for you in the future. My experience, I rated 10 out of 10.
Right? 10 out of 10? You believe?
No, actually no.
I don't believe.
I'll rate it 8 out of 10 because this is my first time as an intern, and
so you don't really know what to expect.
I don't know what it's like outside, but I know that some people say like the treatment of intern is often harsh because they're often there just for a couple of months and they don't know much, so the company doesn't really have like that much respect, and they don't even give them that much stuff to do. Like even if they had a job, they would probably just be there like doing random stuff, like, oh, maybe you have to do this, so you got to do this, but there's no focus. While in Stream, like I actually got to write a program, which was like, it was a long-term like experience thing, which was very nice of Stream to allow me to write a program, I think. I think the most difficult thing was to redesign the flyers and to change my flyers according to feedback, because I feel like someone's visual and aesthetic criteria for themselves is, oh, sorry. I feel like it's like the way I interpret beauty and fashion is definitely different to everyone else, and probably in my perspective I thought that this flyer was incredibly outstanding and it was very pretty, but if we put it out into the public world, maybe this is not how other people view or interpret it, which changing it according to feedback was actually one of the hardest challenges for me, because when I changed my flyer, I felt like it just wasn't that good anymore, but I need to understand like the actual criteria and the visual effects that the audience wants, not what I want, because the flyers are made to be for the public, not just for me to view it, which after understanding that, I felt like it was easier, but at the beginning that was very difficult for me to change.